Hello once again, it's me again. Now today I'd like to recommend some romantic movies on DVD. Some of these are obviously some of my favourite romantic movies of all time. Now the first one is something I thought I would never find on DVD. As a result, I was browsing on eBay one night and thought I'd type it in, expecting nothing to come up, you know, like what usually happens. And to my surprise, it actually came up. And here it is. It's 7 Nights in Japan, starring Michael York. Now this is a very rare find. Unfortunately though, I don't think this is a 100% genuine DVD release of this movie, and I did report this at the time. I don't know if anything got done about it, but I was lucky to find it on DVD anyway, even though it's pretty much a pirate copy. It's in the proper case and everything like. It's just there is a few things that actually give it away if you know, scrutinize it more closely. But as far as pirates go, they've done a pretty good job with the cover at least. Now the film transfer itself, I must admit, well, first of all, it's not in widescreen. The image is quite bright and colourful. You can tell it's been taken from a remastered version. Unfortunately, it does look as if it's been lifted straight from a TV channel to me, like somebody's recorded it on DVD from TV and then transferred it onto this, and put menus on and stuff. Because the picture's got that speckly look about it. You know, like a picture isn't quite tuned in properly, like a slight bit of snow or something. It's just off-tuned type of thing. But anyway, the sound seems pretty good. If you haven't seen this movie, it's basically about the Prince of England, a prince who's heir to the throne. He goes on a trip to Japan, touring various factories and stuff, as they do, and then he meets this Japanese tour guide on a bus called Sumi. He falls in love with her. He stays at her house for one night and then he leaves during the night. But then he's got to pay her back because she'll let him go on the bus for free because he didn't have any cash on him. So he promises to pay her back. So he goes to see her again the next day, and it goes on from there basically. But anyway, if you like romantic movies, this one will not disappoint you. So I don't know if you can still get this on eBay. It wasn't very cheap either for a pirate copy. But if you can get a hold of this, I still recommend it. Or if you're lucky enough to catch it on TV, I suggest you record it off television with the DVD recorder. You'll probably get better results. But anyway, on to the next. Next we have Sweet November, starring Keanu Reeves and Charlize Theron. Now this is a romantic drama about a girl who wants Keanu Reeves to be her sweet November rather, which basically means she wants him to live with her for 1 month and see what happens basically. But what Keanu Reeves doesn't know is that Charlize Theron's character is suffering from a serious illness, but she does not tell him this right from the start. And I apologise to anyone watching this who hasn't seen this movie yet, because I've just ruined it a little bit. Oops, sorry about that. But anyway, it shouldn't ruin your enjoyment too much, because if you watch the trailer for this film, it probably pretty much gives that away anyway. But anyway, I found this film to be very moving and very entertaining at the same time, and both Charlize Theron and Keanu Reeves give excellent performances in the movie. And well, what more can I say? It's basically 116 minutes of pure joy. So I highly recommend this if you like romantic dramas. Next we have another rare find. This is Whirlygirl. It stars Monet Mezua. I think she's French. And somebody called Julian Morris. Anyone out there heard of these actors? Well, I know that Monet Mezua, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, so I apologise to the actress in question if she's watching this, but somehow I highly doubt that she is watching this. Now in this movie, I believe it's set at a college, and this group of guys are having this party, and they hire a stripper, hence Monet Mezua turns up. She's the stripper. Now, they're all getting drunk and what have you, and having a good time, and somewhere during all this, I think she dances with the main character in the movie, and she steals something off him unbeknownst to him, something very important, and she doesn't realise how important it is. So he pretty much puts two and two together, and he sets off to try and find her, and he ends up breaking into her apartment because she's not in, and he tries to find the object that she stole to get it back. Only problem is, she comes home in the middle of when he's in the apartment looking for the object, and then the film continues. The sort of like, you know, start hanging out together and stuff, and so then they start hanging out together and stuff, and they end up falling in love and what have you. And I thought this movie was pretty damn good, and it's actually based on a true story. And it says on the back here, it says whirlygirl is a risky business for the 21st century, a fast-paced sexy adventure about trusting your instincts and pushing life to the limit. Anyway, this is another one that comes pretty highly recommended from me. I must admit the transfer isn't the best in the world, but it's certainly not the worst either. Next we have a British movie, which is something of a, it's got quite a bit of sort of fantasy elements to it. It's basically about this guy who has this ability to stop time, and there's a great scene which takes place in his local supermarket, and basically everybody stops moving, well, most of the people in the shop, who just happen to be very attractive girls, as it happens, and they're sort of in their underwear, and basically he stops to draw them. They're like standing still, so you can sketch them and stuff. It's really well shot, especially those sequences are really well shot, and they're quite ingenious, actually, quite original, you know. I don't think I've seen anything quite like this before. It's kind of shot almost like in a music video style, you know, with the images and everything, the way they're done, the lighting. It's all very stylish. Anyway, there's sort of a romantic story going on around all this. The movie starts with he's just broken up with his girlfriend, the main guy in the film, and he ends up meeting this other girl, and you know, he hopes to develop a relationship with her and what have you. And they do get together at some point, and I'm not going to give too much away this time, because I think I've done that enough already on this video. But anyway, this is a good British film. It's a comedy. It does have a few scenes which I didn't quite like, which involved football, and also Nick Hancock turned up. Yes, that's the guy who presents So They Think It's All Over, and I believe he used to present Room 101 as well. Anyway, I didn't like those scenes too much. The movie could have done without those ones. But apart from that, it's pretty good. So anyway, on to the next.